Okay, so watercolor's nice and dry. So what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to use my rubber and I'm going to go back over some of the pencil lines that I drew and rub some of them out. So I still want to be able to see them, but I'm just going to kind of rub them out so that I can draw over top of it with pen. Cool. Now, one of the things that's quite cool about anime drawing is that it has really like nice bold lines, so bold colors and bold lines. So I'm going to be using just a regular Bic pen and a black pen, and I'm going to be drawing a bunch of the lines. So you can use like a fancy ink pen if you've got one or whatever, but this is actually fine. So we're going to start off and I'm going to do the eyes first. So I want to get some nice bright contrast on, like dark contrast on the eyelids and the eyelashes. Cool. Now with the eye itself, I'm going to make sure that we've left that highlight, that white highlight there. The middle's going to be really black. But around the outside, what I want you to do is just use lines. Just like that. Now, for a darker shade, you can do the lines a bit closer together, or you can even cross the lines, and that's called cross-hatching. Cool. So, nice and easy. It's quite a cool like pen technique to use. Creates tone just by using lines. Make sure that you don't cover up that highlight though, because we want to leave that being nice and white. Okay, so we've got just a simple nose, simple mouth. Just a suggestion there of the shoulder. So you can see already it's starting to look like nice and bold. Eyebrow. Okay, now with the hair, what we're going to do is we are going to do lines that kind of flow with the hair. I'll show you what I mean. So start at the middle point and we do lines like this that flow down the hair. Now we don't have to outline everything, but we're just going to do like a few kind of lines like that. So starting here, flowing down, and they're kind of roughly following the different colors that you've used. But you definitely don't have to draw all of the lines in. What this does is it just gives like the impression of the hair, because you know hair is like made up of lots of lines, lots of individual hairs. Just like that. And if you know there's a bit like this, so this bit here is going kind of behind, you just add a few extra lines on that, because that's kind of a darker part. And it's totally up to you, like how many lines you want to add, whether you want to leave some bits just watercolor, or you want to fill the whole thing in with hair. I might just leave a few pieces on the top of the head, just like a bit lighter, because that's kind of where maybe the light is hitting the top of the head. And just sort of have the hair curling up a bit, like, see how I've kind of just done a few little curls on the end? Oh, this is a little dark bit, so we're going to just make the hair nice and thick in there, so maybe even just cross hatch it a bit. Same with over here, cross hatch it. Yeah, it makes it kind of feel a bit more like it's got a bit more depth in there. There we go, that's looking cool. Now you can even work over this. I'm not sure how the pen would go if you did more watercolor on top of it, but you could have done kind of more layers of watercolor if you wanted to. Yeah, could maybe add a little bit of hatching underneath the chin. Cool. Alright, well I'm going to leave that there, and I want you to give it a go, see what you can do. Now if you don't have watercolor paint, you can actually use color pencil. So you can do the pencil drawing first, then draw some color pencil lines, and then draw with that, draw a pen over the top of that. Alright, can't wait to see what you draw. Alright, have fun!